Hey, Bastish B here for 64K and welcome to a new series called Electric Avenue, where I check out new independent indie games from about 2010 right up to the present. And each episode will feature a main game and a quick fix recommendation. So without further delay, let's get it started. And the first game we're going to look at today is Assault Suit Leynos 2 Saturn Tribute on the Switch, which is also available on the PS4 and 5. Developed by City Connection, it's just been released in the West officially for the first time in English by Clear River Games. If you're unfamiliar with this series, it started way back in 1990 on the Mega Drive/Genesis with the original game by Messiah. It was released in English under the name Target Earth, a very good early mech run-and-gun style game on Sega's 16-bit system. A proper sequel did eventually follow in 1997 on the Sega Saturn, but it was a Japan-only release and never saw an English translation until now. I played that version a lot, even though the story was completely lost on me. This new version, dubbed the Saturn Tribute, is exactly that, the original Saturn version in all its mech run-and-gun glory, with a host of new quality-of-life modern gamer options layered in to make the experience easier, accessible, and more convenient to play for gamers who have limited time. You play a member of the 12th Special Armored Suits, a group of mech misfits who have the ability to turn the tide of any battle, with their sheer disregard for the rules. The Zenith Federation is in a dire situation fighting the Zenitian army, and it's time for your group to step up and help even the odds. The game is a pretty weird combination of arcade action and really deep mech-style simulation aspects. Over the 7 missions, you'll be facing relentless odds, as you have to take out giant mechs, infiltrate huge enemy bases, partake in massive space battles, and even enter mech-style tournaments. Every single level has a variation on the basic shooter action, so no 2 levels feel 100% the same. Between the levels you can also switch out your mechs or equip them out with a very deep and detailed array of options and weapons, which make every mission potentially feel completely different depending on your setup. It's not a pick up and play game, even though it looks like it. The controls are pretty complex and the game isn't easy either. Fortunately, some of the new functions make it way more accessible: button customization, save anywhere features, rewind abilities, and a sort of easier mode if you increase your firepower and defense options. These all make this game much less intimidating to attempt. The Saturn version was tough as hell, although I never had a clue what the mission objectives ever were due to the language barrier, which is obviously now resolved. Visually, it's got that 90s scaling and pixel look, which I personally love. There's no real enhancements here visually. The music and sound effects deliver on the atmosphere extremely well, and with the controls being customizable, it makes controlling your mech easier, and obviously you can make it suit your personal preferences. The Sega Saturn is my favorite console ever, so seeing obscure, great Japanese games finally getting mass releases is always a joy for me to see personally. Leynos 2 is no exception. If you're up for a challenge and you're looking for more in your run-and-gun games than simple arcade action, then look no further. And I just want to thank Clear River Games for sending me the Switch code for review, and I'll leave links in the video description to check out their excellent physical and digital games library.
We interrupt our program to bring you this important message.
And today's quick fix look is for EX Zodiac, a 2020 Kickstarter game available on Steam. It's a fast-paced 3D on-rail shoot-'em-up that is an obvious ode to Nintendo's Star Fox series, taking its 90s PS1 style polygon look and the N64 version's slick controls and sound design and mashing it all together for this excellent tribute game. The shooter mechanics allow lock-on missiles, massive smart bombs to be deployed, booster abilities to dodge death, and tons of giant bosses to tackle with cartoony styled in-flight chatter, and it jumps around in terms of vehicles with a hoverbox sequence, spaceships, and even an ode to Sega's Space Harrier for good measure, with its remappable controls and the ability to switch to modern graphics if you wanted to, or keep the 90s polygon style. You've got a whole lot of options. The game is available on Steam in early access with 9 levels available now as of making this video, with 12 being its full release form, and considering besides the music, this entire game is being made by one person, it's an impressive achievement. Well done, Ben Hickling. Hats off to you. Check it out if you're a shooter fan. You will not be disappointed. And I really hope you enjoyed that show. Thanks for joining me, Bastish B, at 64K. I hope you had a good time. And if you can please like and subscribe, that'll be greatly appreciated. And I'll see you next time. Cheers.